Hey guys, welcome back to Shep Talk and welcome back to my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. But before we get into Deadpool and Wolverine, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. My review of Kill has pretty much killed it on YouTube for me. It's one of my biggest reviews that I've had. I've heard you. I am definitely looking up some of those recommendations for Indian movies that you guys have given me. So I definitely plan on doing more Indian movie reviews. I've been enjoying them this whole year. I plan to enjoy them for the rest of this year. And if you guys like it, remember to hit that like and subscribe button so that way you know when I'm going to drop another movie review. But let's get back to my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine was directed by Sean Levy and was written by Ryan Reynolds, Reet Reese, and Paul Wernick. Deadpool and Wolverine stars Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova, and Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox. Deadpool and Wolverine has a runtime of 2 hours and 7 minutes. Quick synopsis. Deadpool has hit a rough patch after the events in the last movie when he finds out that the TVA is planning on destroying his universe. And upon hearing that news, Deadpool goes to the only person he believes can help him save his universe, Wolverine. This movie is probably going to be Marvel's biggest movie in a long, long time. The hype surrounding this movie has been crazy, and not only with the advertising, but the merchandising as well. I got my little cup here. I went to a 3 o'clock movie, and it was packed, barely any seats left, on a Thursday afternoon. But let's get into some of the things I enjoyed about in this movie. Ryan Reynolds, we can all agree he has embodied this role since even before the first movie was greenlit, and he has made Deadpool his. I can't even think of another actor who has embraced a character as much as Ryan himself has with Deadpool. And then we have Hugh Jackman giving us the duo we have been waiting for over 10 years. And almost like Ryan, Wolverine is like an old suit that Hugh has worn over a million times. One of the greatest things about the Deadpool and Wolverine team up is that Ryan and Hugh have great chemistry off screen, and you can definitely feel that in this movie, which makes it that much better getting to finally see them both on the big screen. The action. We know when going into a Deadpool movie that we are going to get some big action scenes, and this movie does not disappoint. From the jump, it hits us with one of the best openings I have seen in a long time. And then the producers of this movie knew what we wanted to see, and they gave it to us numerous times, letting Deadpool and Wolverine show off their fighting skills against each other. And I have to say, it did not leave us wanting. It is everything a fan could ask for. Cameos, jokes, and Easter eggs, oh my. Ryan and the team really threw everything at the wall, and it seems like not much fell off, good or bad. I count myself among those with a decent knowledge of comic books and movies, but I'm sure I missed so much stuff, or that when I watch it again that I will find something new. There is just that much in this movie. Now, cameos. I'm not going to spoil anything or anyone showing up in this movie, but 2 cameos had our whole theater cheering when they showed up. I was ecstatic to see them finally back on the big screen. I think there is a cameo for everyone in this movie, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled. There are so many different actors and characters that appear in this movie. And it's not a Deadpool movie without him breaking the fourth wall and hitting us with jokes, not only dealing with movies or his character in general, but also about Disney, Marvel, and Fox, and everyone else. I'm actually really surprised at how much Disney and Marvel allowed Ryan and his team to put into this movie. It is extreme in some parts. And as mentioned, there are so many Easter eggs in this movie that I know I missed plenty of them. I will definitely have to wait for some of the smarter people than me to call out those ones that they found and upload them onto YouTube. Now, the soundtrack is amazing and well choreographed to fit well with the scenes the music is in. Having listened to some of the soundtrack on the way home, though, I can say it feels kind of meh when it's not incorporated with the movie. But being said, it fits really well in the movie, and I really enjoyed the soundtrack. And now on to some of my nitpicks I had about this movie. As mentioned before, we are going to a Deadpool movie pretty much for the action and the humor, not really for the story. And this is where I think Deadpool and Wolverine are lacking. It's in the story department. The story's just there to help move the characters along to the next cameo or action scene. And while that is not a bad thing, I do believe if the story had just been a little bit better, this movie would have been much greater. And I know we all love Ryan Reynolds and his portrayal of Deadpool, the character, but sometimes I think he just goes too far or he doesn't have that off switch and could dial it back a notch or two. There is such thing as having too much of a good thing. And as much as we've been looking forward to seeing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, I will admit at times that Hugh was more of a sidekick by say partner, and I would even go so far as to say Hugh wasn't fully committed to this role. Not saying he was phoning it in for the paycheck, because we all know he doesn't need it, but it just felt like sometimes his presence was just a little dimmed. And one of my last nitpicks, and it kind of carries over from the last movie, is that some of the CGI just doesn't hit. Meaning you can tell certain scenes are CGI while others feel like they fit perfectly in with the scene that they're dealing with. But it doesn't really distract you from the movie with everything else that is going on. Overall, Deadpool and Wolverine gives us what we fans have wanted. Great action scenes, great banter, great chemistry between Deadpool and Wolverine. This is pretty much a love letter to the fans, giving us everything we could have asked for and even more. And like I said, even though this is not a perfect movie, it is a great summer blockbuster movie that will probably dominate the box office for the next few weeks. With all that being said though, guys, Shep Talk is going to give Deadpool and Wolverine 3 Sheps out of 5. That is all I have time for today. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel out greatly, and I do truly appreciate each and every one of you. And what did you think? Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine already? Do you agree with me on some of my points? Do you not? Let me know down in the comments down below. I love to engage with each and every one of you. But guys, that is all I have time for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next review.